Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Hi, hello. I forgot to adjust this stuff. So ignore that. But hi, how are all of you? I hope you are all doing well. I'm prepared for this stream. I'm not running late. I'm not running late. You're running late. Hi, how are you guys? I hope you're all doing well. Let me pull chat up so I can actually read it. I think that would be ideal. I think you guys would like that. Let's get some music going, I suppose. But hi, how are you? If you didn't see the thumbnail or anything and you just popped in here, we are drawing Mega Charizard X today. Another Charizard is a hot girl, so I said on Instagram. That's what this is. This is the last 2 weeks because it was my birthday. Ooh, happy late birthday. Okay, why are you not shrinking? Let me know if the music is like too loud. It looks pretty loud on my end, but also I know it looks a lot louder. Like on OBS compared to like my voice. So let me know how that is, but I guess we'll just jump right into it. You can see the sketch. I'll show you guys a little bit of a preview. Scooch this over a bit. You can see my microphone. I'm so sorry. Well, I guess that's just gonna be there. And you can also see Abby as per usual. Let me... In case you missed last week's, which some people have, here's the general mock-up. Here's what we're gonna be working on. Little mega Charizard. Got exciting news meeting up at a bakery. Hell yeah! Congrats. Okay, I don't know why this monitor is moving very slowly. We're just going to ignore that. But anyway, here's what we are working on. So, yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Hope you're all excited. I'm probably the least prepared for this one. Can I make the chat a little bit bigger? I'm trying a new thing with the chat window. So like... Is that good? Is that good? You can see it peeking out a little bit. Nope. Wrong. Nope. Wrong. Nope. I'm great at my job, guys. No, not the freaking border, you ass. Okay, cool. Did it. And anyways, I'm probably the least prepared for this stream compared to the other ones, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work, you know? It's gonna be May. What is this? That's the wrong one. No, that's... Banger of a stream. Writing about lesbian vampires for school and having a background is nice and chill. Hell yeah. Happy for your lesbian vampires. I hear Mo crying at my door. I opened it so he could come in here. And then he didn't come in here. Okay, well, I guess my... This is interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me... Okay, this music is... Hold on. It probably seems insane because, all of the issues I'm having are, completely off stream and you guys can't see them. So that's cool. Will you be doing the cosplay Pikachus? I've debated it. I'm leaning towards no, just because I feel like those would be incredibly easy. Which isn't exactly a bad thing, but I don't know, I just feel like... Okay, and now I gotta redo this thing. I feel like I definitely can, and that's definitely subject to change, but I feel like in general I'm leaning towards no to the cosplay Pikachus. Just because I feel like those are gonna go in like an incredibly obvious direction. But we'll see how I feel. Okay, we'll see if this works for music. Anyway, can I draw for fuck's sake? Stream is going great so far. What do you guys think? Although, if you're new here, this stuff's pretty on brand, so get used to it, and if it's annoying to you, I apologize. But in other news, this girl, am I right? Is going like normal. Exactly. Just the typical Oliver knowing how to function with technology and such. Just the usual. Nothing out of the ordinary here. This is the wrong layer. Speaking of. Just the norm. Yeah, just the norm. Just nothing crazy. I don't know why I picked this outfit when I have my light and my other light beaming down on me, but hey. Evil Mermaid's name is still Marissa, but she has a backstory. Ooh, nice. I remember the Evil Mermaid. Okay, I gotta let Mo in. He's... Sir. Are you gonna actually come in this time? I'm not going to open the door for you. Come on. Alright, well, you're not coming in then. You're not coming in then. Last chance. Come on. Come on, last chance. Do you see what I have to deal with? Hopefully, he'll decide to stay in here, but I'm not banking on it. He's a very, very indecisive young man. And he has a string, so that's gonna be fun. You're teasing me about Marissa, I remember that. Was I? I have no recollection of that part, but honestly, I wouldn't put it past me. I like your outfit, thank you. Mo, what could you possibly want? What could you possibly want, young man? Didn't even realize it was already Tuesday again. That's how I feel. I was busy with other shit. And then last night, I just, like, if this is, like, one of the first streams you're tuning in or something... We'll skip this, we just listened to this. It's on shuffle, literally, what are the odds? For all of these streams, I'll do, like, the main sketch, like, I'll have, like, my rough sketch as, like, a mock-up for the design and stuff, which is what I showed you guys earlier. And then I'll always do, like, the finished sketch off camera, and then I'll do all of the rest of the drawing on stream. But I didn't do a final sketch for this one. I'm going based solely off of my rough sketch because I was busy with other shit, and then I was like, oh fuck, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm sure my rough sketch will be fine. Hey Oliver, hi. See Kitty in the background. Oh yeah, that one's Abby, and then the one that you hear crying is Mo. They're both in here. Mo's a crybaby, and Abby's a sleepy middle-aged lady. Sir, I can't play with you right now, I'm sorry. Made it. Hello, welcome. You're just getting started. Calico and Lucy. I'm so sorry. We had a calico cat. I don't know if you guys remember when I was talking about Pretty. She was a calico cat. Abby, we don't know what the fuck she is. She's like the cat equivalent of a mutt, basically. She's a little strange, but that's okay. And Mo, I think he's just a tabby. You know when you released the video? I am currently in the process of making 2 videos. One of which will hopefully be released. What's let me look at my calendar. Within the next 7 days, but we'll see. Hello. Okay, well I'm streaming. Anyways. This is just constant interruptions to the stream, I guess. Don't tell me that my husky Miko tried to eat Lucy thinking it was some kind of chew toy. Oh no. That's, well, I hope that didn't end up happening. Sir! You are such a crybaby. Okay, mister. Literally, what could possibly be the matter? Are you just having one of those days, Mo? Can you guys hear him scream his little heart out? He's very dramatic. You can? Okay. He's very, very dramatic. He has a lot of big emotions. I love your art style. Thank you. Have you seen the Miku X Pokemon collab? I have not, but I am aware that there is one. I'm not really, like, into Vocaloid stuff. My extent of, like, Hatsune Miku interest is I see her and I'm like, wow, what a great character design. She's cute, and then that's about it. Furby cats are the best. You say that. Big Cat Luna won't stop talking. I love it. I mean, in theory they're nice, but try having one while you're on stream. And also try having one where he can't decide where he wants to be in the middle of said stream. You become a lot less cute then. I thought the Miku Pokemon collab was a cool character design. Oh, sick. I'll look it up then. I do like me some character design, as we all know. If this challenge wasn't evident enough. Lucy loves to look out the window. That's very cute. My dog loves looking out the window. Like, we call the window behind our couch. Like, she'll sit on the back of the couch and just look out it, and we call that her doggy TV. I mentioned it on stream before, and one time when she was barking out the window, I was like, we're gonna turn off your doggy TV, and people were like, bitch, what? Like, pardon? So if you ever hear me refer to that, it's not an actual dog TV. She'll meow when she sees birds. That's cute. See, in Florida we have like we don't really see a lot of birds. Obviously we like have birds and stuff here, but what they mostly see outside the windows are like these little gecko stuff. Little gecko stuff. They're geckos, and they like to crawl on the mesh outer part of the window, and they lose their minds. More specifically Mo, but Abby goes a little crazy too. Used to have a cute hedgehog hedgehog named Pippi. That's very cute. That's what I used to nickname my Piplup, because I was a very creative child. And then I stopped caring about nicknaming my Pokemon, so I stopped. Well, I'm sorry, I'll interrupt your playtime. I don't know if you can hear him, he's playing with a string and his claws keep hooking on the carpet. But apparently he doesn't want to talk about it. Let's see if I can draw this hand with minimal sketching. It doesn't help that she has, like, armor. Because I was like, how can I make this stream the most difficult I can possibly make it? How much time do you spend on these designs? It honestly really depends on each design. Like, this design did not take me very long at all, because this one kind of just, like, popped into my head. But I've actually struggled a lot with the Blastoise designs. Like, I still haven't even designed the Gigantamax Blastoise, because that one, is just, I have, like, no ideas for that one. But usually I'll just, like, sketch something out if something comes to me, regardless of whether or not it's next in line. Like, I have Jigglypuff already planned out. I gave a preview of Vulpix. So I've been doing that. But this one, it took me between like 30 minutes to an hour. I honestly don't really time myself with things relating to my art, but if I had to guess, it would be that, like, between 30 minutes to an hour, but probably closer to 30 minutes, and then the Blastoise ones are taking me a very long time, and I have to do it, like, in sessions. The regular Blastoise came fairly easy, but out of all of the Kanto starters, it was easily the one that took me the longest. And then Mega Blastoise took me a minute to figure out. How's this hand looking? I think it's acceptable. I think this finger needs to be adjusted, but I had to call the company to get money for an injury at their place, and they went, will you close the case if we give you $750? And like, I expected $60 for damages, but I tricked them. Nice! You're so cool, even the poses are flowy and different. Thanks. Poses are relatively easy for these, but the ones that I've been struggling with the most is Gigantamax Pokemon, just because they're so fucking big that I don't know where to put them. But I have fun coming up with different poses and stuff. That's a good hand. Thanks. I'm doing my best. Your art is so tasty. Thanks. I'm doing my best. Okay. Let me... How do I want to go about this? Okay. I think I'll start... doing that. Or we cannot paste. That's fine too, I guess. I'm also suddenly remembering that I had a hard time drawing Charizard in the last stream, and due to a certain company's bias for Charizard, I'm gonna have to do it even more. I gotta do it in this stream, gotta do it in the next stream, I gotta do it in the stream after that. So thank you, Game Freak, for doing this to me. I'm sure this project is exactly what they had in mind when they designed Pokémon. How is your mental health doing? I am doing good. I have been great. Not in short due to me working on my comic. It's been a blast. I'm concerned with your sanity for this. Don't worry, I'm very excited for this and I'm having a great time with it. No need to worry. Also, by the way, how's the music? I asked you guys how it was and then was not paying attention. Is it loud? It's always hard to tell because the readings on OBS make it seem very loud, but last time when I like tried lowering it, people were like, it's very quiet. A little too loud? Okay. You're working on a comic? You must be new here. We bumped this down a tiny bit. Well, it's hard to tell now because now the song's ending. Hello? 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 Okay, well. Alright. He said, saying the comic will be out this year since 2020. Actually, since 2019. I checked today for no reason in particular. Nothing new, I just have been missing streams. Yeah. That's fair. Sir. Please. I'm literally begging of you. I'm already having issues with this stream. Mr. Mo. What on earth could possibly be the issue? So I kind of want to, looking at this now, I kind of want to add distant meows. Yeah, he's very talkative little man. A lot of the big emotions in that little body. Maybe I answered this one, but why stream on YouTube and not Twitch? Honestly, I have talked about this on other streams, but eventually, at some point in this project, I do want to try streaming on Twitch just to see how it is. The main answer is just this is the platform where most of my people are, and it's the platform, excuse me, I had a burp. And it's the platform that I'm more familiar with, but I do, at some point in this, want to try streaming on Twitch. It's just that streaming on Twitch, there's a bit more of, like, involvement with, like, there's a lot. Like, with YouTube, you basically just hit stream and then you're live, and then eventually you end the live, and that's about it. Yeah, I kind of like this, actually. We'll switch it to that. I'm too broke for Twitch. Yeah, that's another thing, like, I know you can watch people for free on Twitch, but the whole, like, fucking goddammit, for, like, subscriptions and stuff, and then there's also, I have to do, like, emotes and stuff, and it's a bit of a lot, and I'm just not super prepared for it at the moment, but I would like to give it a try at some point. But honestly, I don't really do, like... I really know nothing about Twitch, I'm gonna be honest. It's not something that I was ever super into. But, you know, we'll give it a go in the future and see how it goes. And if I don't like it, I'll just come back here. Also, for anyone concerned, I have water here. People are always telling me to hydrate. Now it's your turn, you cowards. Where's the coffee? Already drank it. As much as I love coffee, I really can't handle too much of it, otherwise I am shitting my pants. Slash going into a caffeinated panic attack. Which, believe it or not, are both things I don't really want to do on stream. When's the next sketchbook tour? Not trying to rush you. I mentioned this in the past streams. I don't think I've drawn a single thing in my sketchbook all this year, so it's gonna be a while. Just between, like, Patreon and my comic, I have, most of my time is just going to digital art, and it's really hard to find time to sketch. I would really like to get back into it, because I used to be really good at, like, drawing at least one thing in my sketchbook a day, even if it was, like, a small, stupid thing. But I just haven't. Because here's a fun fact about a comic. It takes a while. So... I forgot what a banger this song is. Trying to make a comic someday, hopefully. You definitely should. It's a lot of work, so you should only do it if it's a genuine interest you have. Because if that's what you're trying to do, especially as a job, it's going to take up all of your time. Like, if it's your job, it's going to take all of your time and a majority of your free time. And if it's not your job, it's going to take up all of your free time. We're gonna have much time to sketch, but I love my job, though. That's how I feel. Like, I wish I could keep a sketchbook like how I used to, but it just doesn't, the way my job is at the moment, it just does not allow for it. Putting some sketchbook video while sketching, yeah. Definitely was an old favorite of mine, but I haven't done it in a while because I know the moment I do. Mo, are you seriously crying to leave after all of that of wanting to be in here? If I let you out, I am not getting up to let you back in, sir. Do you understand? Of course you don't, because you're just a little guy. Last week you had the excuse that it was your birthday, but it's not your birthday anymore. So... You see this? This is the face of a menace to society. This is the face of an annoying ass little man. That is all. Alright, sir. Be gone. Take your string. And you are You're done. You're done. The cat stares. He's innocent. He's not. Y'all hear him. Also, ignore this, like, tiny little mattress thing back here. My bed is shit, but I can't afford a better mattress right now, so I bought, like, a little foldable camping mattress as a bit of a temporary replacement. Can't decide how harsh of a shadow. Hey, finally caught a stream. Yo, welcome. I feel like it doesn't matter how big my screens are. I feel like they're never big enough. After you're back. It's been actually really great. It's like a memory foam one. And I'm honestly a fairly small human being, so I don't like it's not very tall. It's like 3 inches tall, but I'm not a very big person, so the 3 inches is like fine for me to be off the ground because I don't weigh down the memory foam that much. I think you'd be happy to know that I'm drawing gay people while watching the stream. I'm very happy to know that. Thank you for sharing. That sounded sarcastic, but it's not. Should I cut my hair short? I'm debating my life choices. I mean, if you want to, go for it. Like, hair usually falls in 2 categories. One is it's just hair and it grows back, and the other is it's an important self-expression thing. And honestly, both are absolutely true. Like, I use my hair to express myself a lot. My hair is probably my most defining feature when it comes to like my physical appearance. But at the same time, if I get a bad haircut, it's just hair and it'll grow back. So if you hate it, it'll grow back. The song is a banger, but it always makes me remember that one time when I was playing Scarlet and Violet. Like, when I was playing it for the first time, I accidentally found one of these legendaries when I was, like, still... My Pokemon are still, like, in the mid-20s or something. Yeah, I was not... I was a little scared. Let me... I think I'm going to. Hell yeah, do it. Bad haircut means the hat you invested in are put to use. Yeah! I don't really wear hats anymore. My hair is too much for hats. Especially since I started, like, treating my hair as, like, the actual hair type that it is and not just, like, combing through it and hoping for the best. It's a lot poofier now. So hats and me don't typically work out. Only have 2 hats I never wear. Yeah, I have an old beanie. I think... Do I still have it? I don't even know. I had an old beanie, and then I have, like, a snapback that I got from a Fall Out Boy concert in, like, 2014 or 2015. And that's my hat collection. Drop the hair routine. Still kind of figuring it out. Fun fact about my hair. I've talked about this before, but it's like a bunch of different like hair textures on a single head, and it's very annoying. Cause like back here, like that curls super easily. Like all I have to do to get that to curl is to just wash it, and then if I want to be really fancy, I have like a curling foam that I'll put in my hair. But the front's a whole other issue that I'm still trying to figure out how to take care of, so... Oh, guess who's crying to get back in my room? I swear to God, this cat. Honestly, the hair, I just kind of fuck around until I like it. That's kind of what I am like. I have a few different curly hair products, and I've just been mashing them on my head in a different combo every time and seeing what works. PFA your cat meow. Yeah, he's something. That can't be denied. He is in fact something. Ooh. See, why can't he just be like Abby? She's just chilling back there. She's just hanging out. I completely forgot to erase this part of the hand. It's okay. Bro, I have no drawing motivation right now. I believe in you. But also I understand getting motivation can be hard. My motivation has been comic. My dog's name is Abby. Aww. Is your dog? I almost said your cat, as if you didn't just say your dog. Is your dog also a stinky little potato gremlin? Because that's Abby. Yes, perfect. It's just the name of stinky little potato gremlins. I think for this one, I don't know how much it's coming across here, but I think I want to try to go for a bit more of a simple shading style, because that's what I originally intended. And I think you could see that with Bulbasaur and maybe a little bit of Ivysaur, but that got thrown out the window because I add too many details to everything. I am my own worst enemy. Oh, my dog's names are Birdie and Feather. Birdie is the crazy one. That's very cute. Alright, this sketch is... I got past the easy part, which was the head. The rest of this is much less thought out, so pray for me. The anatomy might be wrong. Clothing details are subject to change, but we'll see how it goes. My dog's name is Boo. Oh, that was the name of my brother and sister-in-law's dog before she passed away, and she was the sweetest little baby. My name is Milo. I usually call him Gordito Pedoro, but I don't know how to translate that. Also, here's the hard part about me trying. I would love to learn how to speak Spanish, because I am Puerto Rican, but I cannot roll my R's. Oh, hello, you're joining us very early. Hi. She has come. Is it because I called you a stinky little potato gremlin? She has arrived. I mean, I need my arm, but... Potato gremlin is here. She sure is. She's stinky too. She's a stinky potato gremlin. A real stinker. You know, a real stinker. That's what she likes to do. She likes to just put her face against your face. Hi, I'm sorry. I can't put my face against your face while I'm drawing. I need my head to be up here. I'm sorry. It needs to be... Every time you come in here, you throw off the white balance. Yes. Are you comfortable? Is this what you wanted? You're so fucking weird, Abby. She just likes to do this. She just likes her head to be touching your head. Okay. I don't know how to draw her arm piece from this angle, so we're just gonna put it off until later. So you stream every Tuesday, right? Correct. She's sort of glowing. She really is. Overexposed for real. Me when physical touch. That said, okay, I'll try not to miss the streams, but I read it as, okay, I'll try to miss the streams, and I was like, that's fucking rude. I'd be like, head scratches, no head touchy. I think that Zelda has to do this too. Also will place her head full force against my collarbone. Yeah. Fun fact, my dog Zola, if people are just like casually listening and not super paying attention, they'll think her name is Zelda. I think that's good placement. Yes, that's much better. Are you just staring off into space? Alright. The kitty's just an emotional, distant old man. He'll sit next to people, but not touch them. She's never been super cuddly, but ever since she started getting older, all she wants is just cuddles and attention. And now she's just a massive baby. She used to be on some other shit when she was like a kitten. She was so bad and misbehaved, and now she's like a, well, most of the time a sweet little angel baby. Turn my partner into watching this and he's enjoying the cat content. Good! If he didn't, I would be offended. Because, I mean, if she's gonna be here, she might as well entertain people. Okay, Abby. You're doing great, sweetie. I want to start digital art at some point, but what should I start with? If you are looking for, like, a free program to just, like, mess around with, I think the best free program I've ever used was Medibang Paint Pro. But honestly, there's, like, a bunch of other stuff out there. I've used Krita, but only for, like, animation. I've never used it to make, like, an illustration before. So I can't say how the illustration features are, because the way that I draw and, like, the style I go for animation is usually pretty different. Currently, I use Clip Studio Paint, which was, like 60 bucks for Clip Studio Paint Pro. Can definitely recommend that. It's a great program. I previously used Paint Tool Sci, which was like $50. So yeah, those are some options. If you have never done digital art before, which it sounds like you haven't, I would recommend with starting with a free program, like Medibang. So then that way you can start getting an idea of what you want out of digital art. And so then that way when you go to like buy a program, you can look specifically for like what features you would like. So you know like what it is you're actually looking for when you buy. And yeah, yes, PaintX is good. Is there like a desktop version? Because I have used it for mobile and I thought it was fine. But if you are looking specifically for mobile, it's a pretty solid choice. What's the one I use for my phone? Let me look this up real quick. Let me open my cellular device. The one I use for my phone is called Infinite Painter. There is a free version, or unless it's like a free trial or something. It's paid, but it's only like $10. And it's a really great mobile drawing program. That one I can absolutely recommend. Okay, Abby, I need my arm. I'm so sorry. Sit like right here. I need my arm to draw with. There's a Windows version of IBX Paint. I did not know that. Procreate for tablet is good too. That I've heard that, but it's only for Apple products, and I don't like Apple products. But I have heard a lot of good things about it. From my understanding, it's free for Apple products, but I don't actually know. Hello. Hi, welcome. You know, these Apple products either. Glad to know I'm not the only one. I think, no offense to Apple users, I think they suck. So. Which is funny because I always see like Apple users talking shit about like Android users. But meanwhile, it's more often than not in context of like really nice helpful features that Apple products don't have. They're way overrated. Yeah, that like for Apple, you're basically just paying for like the name, you know? Like Android works perfectly fine. I've only ever used them. They work fantastic. And every single Apple product I've used was less than a pleasant experience. What are we drawing? I feel like I've missed a lot. I am drawing Human Mega Charizard X while talking about how shitty Apple products are. Pickup told me that Mac is good for video editing. Yeah, I've heard that too. Honestly, I am skeptical just because people are like, people hype up Apple way too much and I've never been impressed. So far, like, the most appealing thing I've heard is, like, an iPad with, like, Procreate for artists, and that's, like, the most not shitty I've ever heard an Apple product sound. Honestly, I don't like Apple either. I only got iPad 4 Procreate mode for my Android to personally use. I've just been stuck with Apple because my whole life, because that's what my parents got me. I've never tried anything different. Yeah, I've also heard that, like, once everything is, like... I've not done this to take it with a grain of salt, but my mom has used Apple products before because she had to for a specific job she had. And apparently when you get everything all, like, linked up and, like, synced? when you get everything like attached there, it's like a whole process of like transferring everything over back, and it's like apparently a big pain in the ass. Do you use a computer or laptop to do your digital art? I use a computer. I have an Alienware computer, which apparently isn't like the greatest like gaming computers to have, but I've never had any issues with it. Apparently they're like a little overpriced, but my mom's friend who knows computers, when I was looking to get a new computer, was like, get this one, and I was like, okay, so I did it, and it's worked out perfectly fine for me. As an Apple user, it kind of sucks. The oldest thing I had was an iPhone 2019. Yeah. Samsung phones also just last a lot longer. Like, if you get an iPhone, you need to replace it basically every year, if not, like, every 2 years, but the only time I've ever had to, like, replace my phone wasn't even really out of necessity. It was more of, like, I had the option, so I did it. And, like, every other old phone I've ever had, I still have because they work fine. Meanwhile, Apple is like, our phones will self-destruct in exactly 12 months. Apple products are overpriced, headsets are around 800, yeah. They're, not the best. It's like the exact opposite of my experience. With Apple, if so, that's really astonishing to me. First world problems, am I right? So true. Honestly, I don't know if it would be considered a first world problem anymore, just because, like, cell phones are... They're basically just a necessity for life at this point. Like, everything is on your phone. So whenever boomers are like, get off your damn phone, I'm just like, I can't, my life is literally on here. My dad is like super cheap, so we only buy secondhand Apple products on eBay. Hell yeah. I mean, if they work. And if they don't work, then that's just a tragedy. Yeah, he was crying to get in here. He was in here for about 5 minutes, and then he was screaming to leave. But I'm not gonna keep getting up to open the door for him on stream. So I kicked him out. I don't care if he's crying. I don't care if he's just a baby. He needs to grow up. Just sibling things, am I right? My dog farted at the same thing as I'm trying to do homework. Like, it would be easier if I, like, didn't have a bedroom right next to... Our house is just small, so, like, when I'm streaming, I have to close my door because my mom also works from home. And then at this point, my sister's home from school, so you can... If I left my door open, you could probably hear her TV and stuff. So, like, I don't want her background noise, and I don't want to, like, make too much background noise for my mom. So I gotta keep my door closed. And it doesn't help when you have a cat who doesn't know where he wants to be and changes his mind every 2 minutes. Tell him you're working. I have. He doesn't listen. He's a selfish little man. Did my sister move the food container? I put it there specifically so he wouldn't scratch the door. Where's this Abby now? There you go. Abby's also gone, so hopefully no interruptions. I say that, but I think you and I both know. It's also only a matter of time before my dog wants to get in here too, because that's just how things go around here, I guess. Also, I forgot to ask you guys, place your bets. You think I'm gonna finish this before stream? I feel like her head is a bit too short up here. Let me see. No, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Honestly, mostly because of the Charizard. That's the main thing I'm concerned about. I feel like she could also have a bit more volume in the back of her head. Only for an hour, and since then you barely... Oh, have we been going for an hour already? Yeah, no, I'm not finishing this. I didn't even realize it's been an hour already. Oh, I think that's a lot better. Alright, let me add some hair to this side of her head. So I can barely work 2 hours on a drawing. I am such a slow drawer. It's actually, like, drawing fast is something I wanted to get better at with doing these. But I've either not finished or just barely finished each drawing within, like, the time of stream. Because my goal is always 4 to 7, but I've never really done 4 to 7. I'm pretty sure every single time I've gone a little bit over. I'm also hoping working on a comic will help me get faster at drawing, because when you have a lot of a comic to do, you can't exactly take your sweet old time. It's turning out good so far, though. Thanks. I'm liking it, too. I'm super slow, and my bestie is a speed drawer. She has 4 finished works by the time I finished 1. That is insane to me. Like, people, when I... One of the videos I have, like, planned to come out soon is, like, going over my drawing process, and someone was like, how long does it normally take you to make a drawing? Because I'm always worried about how long it takes me. But on average, like, these drawings are fast for me. But, like, on average, what I would typically do takes me, like, 10 hours or something. So... don't worry. If you don't have to draw fast, my advice is to not draw fast, because I don't like doing it and it's very annoying. But the main reason I would have to draw fast is for my comic, which is a little annoying, but I'm doing my best here. Holy hamburgers, yeah. I'm told with time, yes, a comic will improve your speed drawings. Yeah, I'm expecting it to, like, take a while for me to get to that point, but I think eventually it will. But, yeah, using Clip Studio has definitely helped improve drawing time, at least a little bit. Because there are, like, pre-made, like, assets and, like, brushes for things that I can use. There's still some that haven't, like, worked quite well in my art style. Like, I want to make my own brushes for ruffles, because I haven't found one that works great in my art style. But, you know, we'll see how long it takes me to actually do that. I can pick out line art and flat colors within an hour, but it's been multiple days on shading because I don't understand how to render. That's very fair. It takes me a long time. Like, it takes me quite a while to do line art, but it's not difficult. I guess I just put a lot of detail into my line art. Especially for these, because I kind of do shading and line art at the same time, so this is a majority of the process for when I'm making these drawings. I was putting away old art from sketchbooks from May 2018 to May 2019. That was 2 well-finished sketchbooks. There has to be some abandoned one somewhere. I used to finish sketchbooks like nobody's business, and now I don't. I feel like this is angled awkwardly a little up. I think that's a little better. The studio is great at making brushes that draw knitted sweater patterns. Yeah, I have a couple of those downloaded. Not yours in particular, but just in like stuff like that. Like I have some chain brushes. I have a lot of different lace brushes for no reason in particular. Yeah, stuff like that. Like I have a lot of nature brushes. Like I have a cloud brush. I have like some leaf brushes and like grass brushes and stuff, which is definitely helping me a lot with comics and whatnot. Side-eyeing the multiple little pieces. I have been sitting for weeks waiting for shadow and highlights. Yeah, it'd be like that. I will say, like, the biggest time saver for me with Clip Studio Paint has been the lasso fill tool. That thing is a gift from God. I've even started using it for, like, rendering and stuff. Not really, like, rendering, but just kind of, like, blocking out where shadows are gonna go. It's very, very helpful. If you have not used it before, I can highly recommend, and I wish more programs had it. I was about to ask how you got them. Yeah, I don't know who made the ones that I have. Maybe it was you, I don't know. But they're very nice. So look, this lasso fill tool right here, I'm using it to erase these big areas. It's just a lot easier than, like, erasing, because it's so much faster. Like, that's just bonkers. I'll use it to help put in flat colors. I'll use it to help plan out the shading. I use it to erase. It's beautiful. I like creating things as clay, and I made a Melody Martinez mask. Dope! Sculpting is something where it's like, it always was so cool in theory, but I was always so bad at it. The clay is from Five Below. Low-key, Five Below has some pretty nice supplies. I made an old video, like, a while ago about some, like, alcohol markers I found from Five Below. And, like, I wouldn't recommend them as, like, the main markers to use, but if you just need, like, a small variety of colors, or you want to get into it for the first time, they low-key have some banger supplies. I find it fun when the people find the most random things, brushes, especially on TikTok. Every single day, I feel like I open Clip Studio Asset Store, because I have a habit of just checking, like, real quick what the top free stuff is, and then a few of, like, the most recent uploads. Like, some of the stuff people will just, like, put on there. Like, I found so many Among Us brushes that eventually get deleted, but just they're just there. And it turned out pretty good and dried fast. Nice. Pikachu, Chibi, Hatsune Miku. Nice. I feel like if Hatsune Miku started to get popular just a little bit earlier, I would have been super into it. Because, like, by the time Vocaloids started getting, like, super, super popular, like, I was still relatively young, but I don't know, it was harder for me to be interested in it. Like, the most I've ever, like, been interested in Vocaloid things was, I found a manga at Barnes & Noble that I really liked the art style of, so I bought it, and then eventually I gave it to my sister. She's cute, though, can't deny that. She's a great character design. I'm a fan of Vocaloid. I have a Tamari plush. I don't know what or who that is, but I'm so happy for you. Oof. Excuse me as I look at my hair. As per usual, the front part was not cooperating as much as I would have liked. Tamari is from a Vocaloid series. I mean, I assumed that much. Where is your knee? I feel like... Alright, let me go back to this rough sketch. I feel like this knee needs to... this everything right here needs to be straightened out. Like so. Maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think that's good. What manga? I don't even remember. It was thick, it was like that thick, and there was like a bunch of short stories or whatever. I'm sure if you just look up Hatsune Miku manga or like Vocaloid manga, you'll find it. You know, this song making me realize how much I miss Disma. I love that man. God, what a guy. I'm back from my mini breakdown for moving an entire page for that program decided to crash. Ooh! That, I'm so sorry. That's fucking rough, dude. Does your program have like an autosave recovery thing? Because I have, Clip Studio Paint has one, and you can set in your preferences like how often it does it. Mine's between like 15 and 30 minutes. But I would recommend looking into that if possible. That hurts to hear. Press F to pay respect. Yeah, can we get some Fs in chat? Yeah, thank you. Sorry for your loss. I'm like a chronic saver. On my little dial pad here that I use, like this button right here is the save button. and then this is like the regular brush button, and then this is where my soft brush is. So it's a very, it's very easy for me to press the save button, and I have made a habit of just spamming it. Which for the most part works, but when you're working on a very large file that takes a long time to save, it can be a little inconvenient, but I'd rather that than lose everything. I remember losing my shit when I first saw this Charizard design as a child. Yeah, it's a great design. As someone who thinks Charizard is overrated and will very firmly die on that hill, Mega Charizard X is really cool. I really like black as a color, and I really like edgy things, and I really like blue fire, so you get an edgy black blue fire dragon. It's pretty cool. But anyway, I would get in the habit of saving your work very frequently. Same, I'm emo. Me too. Look at what the fuck I'm wearing. This is like a Converse shirt, I'm pretty much. Yep, Converse 1 star. You can't really see that, but you know how it is. I lost a 3D model the same way to a power outage years ago. Chronic saver here now too. Yeah. Once you experience a tragic art loss, just continuous saving. Like, that's how I was when I was working on the cover for my comic. Because the drawings in there I wanted to be able to use for things other than like just the comic of the cover, so I was taking my time with like rendering the characters and stuff. And it was a massive file, and it took like, sometimes it would take like a full like 2 minutes for my computer to process the save, but I would much rather do that than lose everything. Mighty Blue Drago is the best Drago, and I will die on that hill. Yeah, this is the best form of Charizard. He's finally Dragon type. I know I joked about this last stream, but for anyone who isn't interested in Pokemon and are just here for, like, you're just here for the art, look up a list of Dragon-type Pokemon. Because, like, Charizard, this one is a dragon, but the other forms of Charizard are not Dragon-type, despite him being a literal fire dragon. But there is a really cute apple pie. That's a dragon. 10 hours of work down the drain. Yeah, it's brutal, man. It's really brutal. I cried when that happened. I would too, honestly. I would be like, this is it for me. There's nothing left in this world. That's brutal, man. I'm still thinking about that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what program you use. Definitely look into, like, recovery. Because, like, the way that it works in Clip Studio, if you don't save for a certain time, it'll save recovery information, which doesn't always save all of your work that you've done, but it will save, like, some of it, which is better than nothing. For me, I don't remember if I have it set to, like, 15. I think it's automatically set to 15 minutes when you first download Clip, but I don't remember if I changed it or not. I almost gave up, but then decided, alright, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna power through it. Yes, we love to hear that. You have nothing but my utmost respect. Oh my god, we just got both Cynthias back to back. Is this shuffled? I think it is. Yeah, it's shuffled. I believe so. Yeah. I believe so. Very funny. Cynthia is here. I love her watching for years. I don't know how you did streams, but I love your art and it really helped me when I was first coming out and it's still full of hate. Nice. Not the self-hate, but everything else. I'm glad you could be here. Oh, Lily Walker, I remember your name. think Charizard X is definitely the best Charizard. Absolutely. I don't think this foot is the best foot I've ever drawn, but also I think I'm just gonna deal with it. I do think parts of this leg can be bigger, though. Nope, if I were a couple times, I had my phone stolen, so I lost many pictures. Some photos were saved on Google Photos for the second, but not all. That sucks. My pictures are mostly of my pets, but I would still hate to see that happen to me. I just realized my program deleted not one but 2 pages one time. Damn. You're just going through it, huh? I think it's a little too big. I think it mostly just needs to be wider. And then maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, I think that's good. I lost most of my digital art the same way since I didn't double back it up, unfortunately. Yeah, my comic is something that I have pretty backed up because I am terrified of losing that. I do have this, like, irrational fear of, like, Chapter 1 is completely finished of the comic, right? I've said that in these streams. I do have it backed up. I am still scared I'm gonna lose it somehow, even though it's literally, like, double backed up, and I'm like, I have it uploaded somewhere else that I can access, and then I sent it to a friend. So, like, it's good, but I'm always like, but what if all of them get deleted? I was scared my computer wouldn't turn on and it wouldn't charge, and I almost lost all my art since 2020. That's... yeah, I always have, like, I made a habit, like, I have a Google Drive where all of my art, like, digital art from throughout the years are organized by year via, like, different folders, like a 2020, 2021, 2022. And then every time I finish a drawing, I'll upload it to that. So then that way, it's like, A, I can clear up space on my computer, and I can, like, delete files when I'm done with them, but also, in case I lose them, they'll be there. So I could definitely recommend doing that. Big brain move. Yeah, it's definitely... I would recommend getting to that habit. If you don't, because it's been a big help for me. I have all my 3D... to all my 3D sculpture artists out there, save every change, because I made a rookie mistake once it didn't save, and I had to start all over. Yeah. Honestly, good advice for any artistic thing you're doing on a computer, whether it's like a drawing or an animation or a 3D sculpture. Just to be a chronic saver. There's no such thing as saving too much. Trust me, there will be a day where you're like, thank God I'm a chronic saver. Video game music slash Toby Fox and Pokemon is a great decision. So true. Scarlet Violet had peak music. It's so good. I haven't played the DLC yet, but I'm very excited to, and I can't wait to hear what bangers they have on there. I remember a few years ago, On my phone, I lost all my artwork. I like how we're just sharing traumatic experiences of losing artwork. I don't remember if I have, like... I've for sure had experiences of, like, losing a drawing because, like, my computer crashed or something when I was working on it, but I don't know if I've had any, like, super... Like, I've lost everything on my computer moments. Being an artist is traumatic, yeah. So true. We go through some shit. I remember being in animation school and the power went out and heard a yell from the hallway, and it turns out the fourth year's working on their finals. That's so sad. Then I left my sketchbook at a friend's house and solved the free stuff I draw. I have friends who don't give a shit. So whenever they see it, they're like, wow, that's really good. And I'm like, thanks. It's funny because I was talking about moving in with my one friend, and I was like, I wonder what happens if you like walk in on me drawing spicy art. He was like, I'll just probably look at you and just sigh. I'm like, yeah, sounds about right. Making creative content like art is emotional roller coaster. It really is. It for sure is. It's a very different type of emotional roller coaster. I'm learning when I'm like making a comic, just because like it's very different from just making like an illustration. Obviously, working on like an illustration that takes you a long time, like that's one form of struggle. A comic is like a very different type of struggle. But I have lost my mind in comic making a few times. I love it. I absolutely love it. But my goodness. There are some things where I was like, fuck this. Like all my characters is gays me, in case you couldn't tell. I'm non-binary and demisexual. This little heart is in the way, so I'm probably not going to do this for the next stream. But, I assuming it says non-binary. Yeah, it says non-binary. I thought it said not binary, and I was like, I mean, I guess that is technically true as well. Yeah, it's not incorrect. That would be really funny. It's like when you say you're non-binary, instead of saying non-binary, you say not binary, and then people are like, you mean non-binary? And you're like, no. And it's like, they can't really correct you because you're still right. Remember one time when I was 12, I made art I was super proud of, and at a family gathering, I just let my room to get pizza, came back, and one of my cousins edited my art. I cried for hours. Yeah, that sucks. I'm assuming they were a little kid, and they didn't really understand. And if they weren't, your cousin's an asshole. He turns into a computer. Texting my baby girl one time and they said non-binary. And I exclusively say that. Cute. Hello everyone, hi! Welcome to stream. Let me draw where the knee is first. I think that might help me place the rest of this upper leg. The knee would be like here-ish. And the shape also wouldn't be as defined. I think it would be a little bigger than that, though. Someone said to me, "You'll never be a woman," and I'm like, that's the point. Yeah, it's so funny when people try to... Oh, my pen. It's so funny when people try to be transphobic, but they just get it wrong because they're stupid. Like, whenever people, like, one of the funniest things is when people are trying to, like, invalidate they-them pronouns, and it's like, that's for multiple people. It's not a singular pronoun. And then someone's like, well, if I don't know someone's gender, what should I call them? And then they're always like, you should call them by their name. And I'm like, yeah? I should call them by their name? Because they-them is singular, so I should use their name for them? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, that's interesting. Can you explain? I got bullied a bit, didn't realize until years later, and someone took my sketchbook. I went through some pages and smeared them by licking their thumb and rubbing the pages because it was graphite. No offense, but how did you not realize? But also, that's really shitty, and I'm sorry that happened to you. Fun fact. Drawing pieces of armor foreshortened is hard. That's what I'm learning today. Okay, I changed this, but I think it was actually wrong. Gotta go by, everyone. Hell yeah, thanks for stopping by. Alright, so it's like this. This part should get erased, and then come down a bit more, maybe? I don't know, I'm just making shit up. Which is most of art, to be fair. What did I miss? What did you miss? We talked about people failing to be transphobic. Talked about tragic ways we've lost art in the past. Via things like computers crashing and whatnot. It's been a fun day. Alright, I need to take this off. I am too warm. Yeah. Okay. Especially ready to just be at everything. Yeah. Art truly is the art of making things up as you go. Beautifully done, Oliver. Thank you. I've practiced that a lot. Not an old art piece that I thought was deleted. Should I see what it is? Obviously. So in awe of thin line art. I love thin line art. This is a little thicker than what I would typically go for. But I feel like when I'm using a soft brush, it's hard for me to do thin line art. Thus, here we are. But my usual line art is a lot thinner than this. I'll merge that down. There's a fuzz on my pen. Must have been from when I dropped it earlier. Because I'm a smart man. Do you get any cramps when you draw? Not really. I mean, I do sometimes, but for the most part, I have pretty high drawing stamina. Earlier when I said making a comic takes up all of your time, that is absolutely true. Most of my time is drawing. I wake up, I eat breakfast, I start drawing, and then if I'm excluding, like, eating lunch and stuff, and, like, showering and things like that, most of there's maybe, like, 2 to 4 hours a day where I'm not drawing, and that's, like, before I go to bed when I'm playing Pokemon. Like, I'll wake up, I'll draw, and then I lay down and play Pokemon for a bit, and then I go to bed, and that's usually my day. If I'm working on a video, replace that with editing. And then that's what it's like to have my job. Oh, this is just my comic. I see crying covered in blood. Sounds like a young teenage drawing. Okay, now I gotta draw these fucking spikes foreshortened, and man. Okay, let's see what we can do. I really thought this would be a good idea, huh? I definitely thought that. What's your favorite video of yours and your least favorite? Favorite video. I am very proud of my AI art video. But I did also have a lot of fun with the one where I made a brush set out of Zola. My least favorite is all of my old videos. And, like, I did watch some today for no reason in particular. Definitely nothing. And, my god, it's a miracle anybody ever subscribed. I want to start making a comic. I work most days and all I want to do is curl up and ball and pretend I don't exist. Yeah. It's hard. Like, I'm very lucky that I was able to do that because, like, truth be told, if I didn't graduate high school and practically immediately get a job in YouTube, I probably wouldn't have time to make it. Because it really is a commitment. Because nowadays, most days, I work on comic stuff, and like I said, I draw practically my entire day. So, if I didn't have this as my job, I honestly don't know if I'd be able to make one. Being a cashier sucks, I'm so sorry. I don't know what it's like around the world, but I know in America, like, cashiers aren't allowed to, like, have chairs or sit or anything. They have them at Aldi's, and that's about the only place I've ever seen it, but I guess, like, around the world, they just have those, and I'm like, sounds like an American thing to do. Hello? Who's there? Well, she was also being annoying, but we'll allow it. I don't care! I don't care, they're both assholes. But they're both assholes. No. I will not look at her. In many non-American countries, cashiers will sit and customers bag their groceries themselves. Yeah, that's what it's like at Aldi's. Aldi's, I guess, is taking inspiration from international companies. But everywhere else, either the cashier will bag, or they'll have, like, a bagging assistant, or you'll do it while the cashier's bagging, and they're not allowed to sit. That's what it's like here in Canada, too. To the American thing or the non-American thing? Can't wait to start working in a bakery and bake goodies. Hell yeah. My sister bakes, and it's delicious. The song is so good, but it's long. I don't know if I accidentally downloaded like an extended version, or if it's just this long in game. I mean, I got it from the same playlist as I got all the other ones from, so like I don't. No, it's a great song, so I don't care. Should I bake you a Pokemon cookie in your honor? Hell yeah! If you do, tag me. I will admire it from afar and not eat it, because there's no way for you to send it to me. And even if you did, I probably wouldn't for safety reasons. But I would love to see it. With every passing day, the US scares my tiny French brain. With every passing day, it scares my American brain. We are, not doing well. Got the comic pages back. I think my heart stopped. Hell yeah. What Pokemon do you want me to bake? Honestly, probably just like an easy one. There's a lot of like circular, you said a cookie, right? A cookie? A cookie? Yes, a cookie. There's a lot of circular ones. That should be easy, like Jigglypuff. You know what? Do Voltorb. That'll be easy. A Cosmog cookie would be really cute. That'd be adorable. Cosmog is precious. I'm gonna bake you Piplup. Piplup, my little guy! I love Piplup. It's my favorite Sinnoh starter. And Sinnoh's my favorite region, because I'm biased. On a trip I mentioned I'm Canadian and Americans were trying to figure out what makes me Canadian. Are they, you know, Canadian? I have a playlist called Pokemon Slap, which is Pokemon soundtracks that are the best. Yeah, I got a few playlists of like different vibes for these streams. This is the Intense playlist. And I always pick one that I think suits the Pokemon, or like the character that I've designed. Not really the Pokemon, because the one I'm playing the chill and relaxing one, which doesn't really suit Mega Charizard Y, I don't think. But it suits the character, so that's what we're gonna do. Which, by the way, someone, if I don't remember, remind me to share a preview. So I wanted to do that at the end of all of these streams, but I forget. Because I'm a silly little guy, so... Any cost stream this week? Hell yeah! Welcome. Hope you're enjoying this. Apparently the Good Times coffee manufacturer switched to sourcing the cafe, and that's why Newton's suck. Source, I don't know, someone told me. I disagree. I love Tim Hortons, which I'm assuming is what you were talking about. But I love Tim Hortons. And I think McDonald's coffee is shitty. And I buy Tim Hortons K-Cups for my Keurig, and they are banging and don't taste like fucking McCoffee or whatever. Girl heard something fall over in my house. I'm alone. Got any pets? If not, got any ghosts? If not, call the police. Give me Pokemon's leg and have a challenge baking. If you want a challenge... Ooh, Grafaiai. That's one of my favorite new Pokemon. He doesn't seem like he seems doable as a cookie, but also, like, not necessarily easy, you know? That'd be fun. You could play with a lot of fun colors if you were gonna do, like, frosting and shit. He's such a funky little guy. I love him. Zapdos, another great option. I get the flavored Dunkin' Donuts ground coffee, it's so good. I also don't like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. But I'm happy for you, if that's what you like. I just think Tim Hortons is superior. Any tips on color palettes? I have an OC design, but I'm really struggling with a color scheme. I am going to talk a little bit about color palettes in one of my upcoming videos where I talk about, like, my digital art process. The main rule I try to stick to is limit it to 3 colors. Obviously there are times where you can go over that and it looks fine. Generally, that's what I try to do. And by colors, I mean, like, hues. Like, 3 hues. And then you can pick, like, different tones and saturations and stuff of those hues if you need variety. But I think when people are trying to, like, make a color scheme look interesting, they'll put down a lot of colors, but as a result, it just ends up looking very busy and, like, sometimes muddy. So, I used to use 6 neon colors once when I was starting out. Yeah, that's the beginner artist way. But also, assuming you're doing digital art, don't be scared to just put something down, because with digital art, changing colors is so incredibly easy. So don't get caught up about, like... Just don't get caught up about, like, putting something you like down on the first go. I played any Flash games years ago. Does coolmathgames.com count? Because if so, then yes. Love-hate relationship with digital art. It's easier, but then you have to worry about the program deleting it. Yeah, I mean, that's not normally too much of an issue. Obviously with a computer, it can crash at any time, which is a little scary, but generally as long as you, like, keep things updated and you save pretty frequently, you should be good. For doing traditional, you can also add a color palette to test beforehand digitally if the paper is white and use a multiply layer. Yeah, honestly, this is something you can do even if you don't really do digital art, because there's a lot of, like, free programs that have this functionality. Like, you can just take a picture, and then you can bring it to your whatever program it is, and then do, like, a multiply layer on top. Or you can, like, set the drawing to a multiply layer and color underneath. There's a few different ways to do it. And then just, like, slap some colors on. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just to, like, play around with what colors should go where and stuff. Which I think is also something I'm gonna mention in that video. Funny that someone else brought it up. Let's make this thinner up here, I think. We got the different tones of fire in flat color section. I haven't decided if I want this to be actual fire or just something that looks like fire. So for now I'll leave it there until I decide later. I need to plan out this arm a bit more. Just something like this. Okay, that suggestion, I have no idea how to say that word. So I cannot confirm or deny. But the answer is maybe. Blue Aziraphale, is that it? I tried really hard, I sounded it out like a big boy. Oh, a character from Good Omens. I don't know what that is. So I guess the answer is no. It's a TV show based on a book and it may or may not be gay. Damn. That's crazy. Good chance to finish Amoria, if not I'm going to jump out the window. Not yet, but soon. I told my friend once I finished my comic cover, then we would play. Because, like, the problem that we've been having is, like, he's been walking me through to get, like, the quote-unquote right ending first, because, for anyone who is unaware of Omori, there's, like, 2 general routes that you can take, but each route has, like, an alternate, like, different endings. That's how it was explained to me. And we have made so many plans to finish playing it, but then it's like, I'll get busy with work, and then when I'm not busy with work, he'll get busy with school, because he's in college, and then when he's not busy with school, I'll be busy with work again. And so I was like, once I finish this comic cover, we are going to play it. You will let me know when you are free, and I will drop everything, because I've been so ready to finish this game for so long, so... I will finish it soon. Fire Vinyls, nice knowing you. Well, I tried to stop you, I guess. I didn't really. But I'll say I did to make me feel better. Comic cover, correct. Which, by the way, I want to rant about something because, like, I'm gonna talk about this more when I am actually, like, posting the comic and, like, ready to post it and stuff, but I'm gonna post it on Webtoons and Tappas, and Tappas has, like, a regular-ass, like, just regular-sized, like, comic cover template, right? It's, like, a regular-ass size, and for Webtoons, it's, like, I'm pretty sure the base of it is 1920 by 1080, which is, like, basic screen size. It's what you're seeing this on now. But it has, like, the weirdest fucking... Like, I'll show you. If it's like 1920 by 1080, we'll flip that. Like, if this is the size of the cover, right, there's like a danger zone where like it might get covered off, because they mostly use this size for when you're featured on Canvas or whatever it's called, or Canva, one of those. But there's like a safe zone, so then that way if you use it, it might get covered up by like information about it and like the viewer number. This is what the safe zone looks like. So, like, all of the most important shit has to be in here, which is a really fucking awkward place to try and fit everything. Like, why? It was awful. But I did it, so you're welcome. Like, who thought that was a good idea? I mean, luckily, I was like when I, in a future video, take this for the future, yes, please do. When I did record like a time lapse of it, so you guys will see it eventually. And like, there are parts where the cover, like the characters are getting covered up by like other characters or other parts of the cover, but I still like took my time to render those parts anyway, which people are gonna be like, why would you do that? It's because I was planning on using those art drawing things, those arts, for things more than just the cover, and I'm glad I did, because I had to do a lot of rearranging to make it work on the Webtoons format. They are truly evil, exactly. It's fucking awful, dude. Your diary, who does... Why does drawing comics make me suffer? It, yeah. Making a comic is hard, guys. You plan to have the webcomic in a physical format one day? I wouldn't say I plan on it, but I am very much more than open to the idea. If it all goes well, I think it would be really cool to like physically print it and stuff. So I don't plan on it, but if I do get the opportunity, I will absolutely take it. Literally just struggling with the line art, yeah. Art is hard. Art do be hard. Let's see, I think this hand, oh yeah, that hand for sure needs to be moved up. Look how long this arm is in the rough sketch. Dear God. It goes all the way up here, which will probably be shrunken down. Put it... I think that's good. I mean, even if it is a bit long, it's for sure an improvement. Exactly as art block, I never get it before. There's been some debate in the past on the online art community about whether or not art block is even a real thing. It's basically just similar of like writer's block. It can be like lack of inspiration. It could be like for some, like, you know how sometimes you have those days where you try and draw and it just doesn't, it's just not happening. It could be that. A lot of people define it in like different ways, but it's just a general feeling of like struggling with art for a period of time, which more often than not usually means that you're burned out and should take a break. But sometimes it just really do be like that. Also, best Elite Four theme. I say it every time it comes on, and that's because it's true. Can't put a children's book and ask me to illustrate it. Oh, that's so cute! Oh, I love that. Which region is this one from? This is the Sun and Moon Elite Four theme, and it's so good. Which also a bit of a shame because this Elite Four was pretty painfully easy. Like, God, listen to this. It's so good. Oh, and what's probably the best gym leader theme? Absolute banger. Oh, is this the wrong layer? That is the wrong layer. Oops. Do 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 do. Look at my Pokemon Remix channel. Because I'm lucky I don't have art block. Yeah, definitely are, and I'm not jealous or anything. Definitely not. So don't even ask if I am, because I'm not. Like, I don't even know why anyone would even, like, suggest that I was jealous, because, like, why would I be, you know? Why are you? Why am I what? Jealous? I'm not. God. Why do you even, like, why are you even bringing that up? I'm not jealous. Who said I was jealous? Oh, I love your hair today. Thank you. It's nice to hear because the front was not cooperating. So it's nice to know that it looks nice. Sometimes I just stop actually playing the game and play these games to the best music, I swear. Yes. Pokemon music, so fucking good. I remember one time I saw a tweet that was like making fun of people who listen to game soundtracks. And they're like, people actually listen to video game soundtracks. And I'm like, what games are you playing that makes you not want to listen to video game soundtracks, you know? Because, like, Pokemon games, amazing soundtracks. Undertale, Deltarune, amazing soundtracks. Omori had an amazing soundtrack. Like, how do you play games? Like, what shitty-ass games are you playing that make you think video game soundtracks suck? Or would you collab with other artists? I'm definitely more than open to collaborating with other artists, but I would want it to be like... I'm not really down to, like, reach out to someone or have someone reach out to me, and there's no, like, I've never heard of them or they've never heard of me. I would want it to just feel like I'm working with a friend, basically. And I haven't come across an opportunity like that so far. So, those game tracks are just chef kiss. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I haven't played too many Zelda games, but like the one that I've played was Wind Waker, which was a pleasant, delightful experience all around, music included. But considering Zelda's like one of like Nintendo's biggest games, I wouldn't doubt that it has great music. For some weird reason, Minecraft music makes me weirdly emotional. Really funny that you say that because, to make these playlists for these streams, I went through every main series Pokemon game, and currently I'm going through, like, all of the side games and, like, listening to all of those soundtracks, and I was listening to the Battle Revolution soundtrack, which, by the way, full of bangers. I forgot how good that soundtrack is, because I haven't played that game in so long. But my god. But, there's this one, like, the pictures that was on, like, the video when I was listening to it. My sister walked in and thought that I was, like, listening to Minecraft music, and she said that, like, Minecraft music low-key goes kind of hard. So... You're not the only one out there who enjoys Minecraft music. Just want to let you know I've started watching your videos since 2019. Hell yeah! Thank you for the support. Minecraft music makes me sleepy. I honestly have no idea what it sounds like because I never really got into Minecraft. The only time, like, there was one very brief moment where I played Minecraft, and the only thing I ever remember doing was, I was playing with my uncle and my brother, and we worked together to build a tower as tall as the game would possibly let us. So we could blow it up and see what happens. And that's the only real memory I have of Minecraft. Go to sleep now, bye. Bye! Your voice back then was so adorable. Ugh! Sounded like an annoying child, but thank you. Again, for, like, the 10th time in this stream, I watched a couple of old videos for no reason in particular. Absolutely no reason. And I would, like, 2 of them were pre-T, and one of them was, like, very early T. And every time, like, throughout listening to them, I was just like, who let this child get a YouTube account and post on it? Like, who let this 12-year-old boy? I lost my damn pen in the blankets. I think it was literally last stream we were talking about how, like, drawing on your bed, suddenly it just turns into a void where things fall in it, never to be seen again. So yeah, glad to see that's still going strong. I just realized I put, like, no shading on this helmet. And then every other piece of armor is pretty intricately shaded. Rewind to the part of the stream where I said I wanted to go for a simple shading style. I found it after ripping my bed apart. Yeah, that's how it goes. Good, maybe. I don't know how much of this detail is gonna even show through, because it's a very dark helmet, but... Drawing your bed also turns you into a roly-poly, so true. We're almost done with her. Just gotta draw one of her swords and one of her arms, and then we'll move on to the Charizard, which luckily I don't think should take me too long because you see mostly his back. That's my thought. I want the T to hopefully kick in before my first YouTube video. I just accepted it. I'll cringe at the video in the future. Yeah. It all depends. So, like, my voice started changing. It started to drop ever so subtly by month 2. And then my voice started to, like, it really settled to where it is now, maybe, like 8 or 9 months. Because after month 2, it was just gradual, like, lowering. And then even after it was lowered, there was still like a lot of voice cracks. I forgot I changed this design, so I gotta flip this. Yeah, that's how it was for me. And I think that's the general, like, experience. It's a little bit different for everybody, but on average, I'd say that's how that goes. Drawing in bed also kills your wires if you have a tablet connected to them, from experience. See, my desk, this is my bed, right here. This is my desk, so I don't really have that problem because my tablet is right here. So, but I can definitely see how that is true. Do you ever draw on the floor before? I didn't really like drawing on tables. Sometimes. I don't really do it anymore. When I was a teenager, I would always sit on the floor with, like, knees up, like this, with, like, sketchbook or, like, loose paper with a book underneath it. Like, drawing like that. But nowadays, most of my stuff is digital art, and my tablet is very large and requires me to be at a computer. I think this spike needs to be a little bit smaller. So crisscross, hunch over, and draw. I sometimes did that too. I was about to be like, why is this song so good? And then I remembered it's basically just a redone version of Cynthia's music, which was already good. Howdy, hello. Welcome. I don't know if this hand makes a whole lot of sense in terms of, like, how it's holding the sword, but that's fine. We don't really gotta focus on it too much. Default drawing place was the dining room table or the coffee table. I deadass used to film, I would have to, like, not even just by choice, I was required to film some of my older YouTube videos at my dining room table at the time. Because my room was very, very small, and I did not have a desk or anything. So I literally had to wait until, like, everyone left for work and my sister was at school, and then I would come out of my room, set everything up, and then film, and then just hope I got everything done before everybody came home. Alright, and then the other spike would be about arm length, so like right here-ish. Maybe a little bit taller. I'll have it peek out here. Probably fill this one in darker just so it stands out against the other one. I just sit in my bed while I'm drawing. I'm not being cold for the sake of good posture. Bring a blanket to your desk or something. I have like a little throw blanket that I'll use to cover myself up with if it gets a little chilly, which it usually does because the way my desk is, the air vent flows directly onto me. So good. I didn't realize how much of a banger this song was because I was just terrified during this fight. So I didn't really pay attention to like the music at all. But when I heard it later, like this easily became one of my favorite Pokemon songs ever. It's so good. What Pokemon is this? If you mean the one I'm drawing, this is Mega Charizard X. And if you mean where is the song from, it is from Scarlet Violet. Alright, here's what we're about to do, guys. Here's what we're about to do. Here's what we're about to do. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we are going to do, guys. This is what we're gonna do. Look how fast I drew that, guys. Isn't that crazy? I'm like a really talented artist. I drew that so fast. That's insane. I can't even believe like how fast I drew that, guys. I need to scoot her over because this is going off the page a bit. Can I rotate her a bit? I am sorry if that was loud. Yeah, that's good. I do have to rotate the sketch, though. Which I did not think about. Whoa, so cool. I know, right? I'm like, when I said I wanted to get better at, like, faster at drawing while making these, I really suddenly just got really fast. It's like crazy, dude. Bless you. Thank you. Drawing comics is like sucking your life away. Very true. You ever just do something and your computer immediately starts just chugging and it's like, why? Like, why have you forsaken me? I'm like, I'm sorry, but I need this to be rotated. Alright, now I gotta draw this other arm, which I'm not looking forward to, so I'm gonna put some shading on this hand to put it off. Drawing suits of armor is already annoying as fuck. I don't know why I thought... I'm already going to be doing one of my weak points in this drawing, so why not do another one of my weak points? So I'm not just going to be drawing foreshortening and just armor. I'm going to be doing both. Applying to each other. Armor scares me. It also scares me, but I have 3 different suits of armor types in my comics, so I gotta get real comfortable drawing them. Okay. Where would the spikes be pointing? I think they'd be pointing down because of... Yeah, they point opposite direction of fingers, so this way. You accidentally turned my Kamikaze into a tomato. I mean, it happens sometimes. Sometimes they're just a tomato. Sometimes they get so flustered. Or sometimes you use the wrong color or wrong blending mode or something. I've never done that. I would never. I definitely don't accidentally do that. Just cackling because of... Oh, I just read that. Oh, you typed it twice. Cool. We both made silly mistakes then. It's not just me. Dude, I have this pimple growing in my ear, and it's the worst fucking thing imaginable. Because it's, like, not even in an easy-to-reach spot. It's, like, underneath, like, the tip of my finger right here. And it sucks ass. Ear pimples are the worst. They're so fucking awful. F-tier pimple placement, honestly. Welcome to my stream where I'm ranking pimple placements in a tier list. Ear pimples, F-tier. I think it'd be funny if I did, like, a tier list stream, but for my characters. So I can put them in the tier list and see if I make anybody upset. You know, this is really cool design. Holy heck, thank you. This is definitely a favorite of mine so far. In terms of, like, designs that I have planned out, I don't have too many, obviously, 'cause there's 150 of them. 150 plus, I guess, since I'm doing alt forms. I think with the alternative forms and stuff, and as S tier, I agree. What was I saying? Yeah, the ones that I have, aside from the ones that I've already drawn, the ones that I have the rest of Charizard. I need to do Gigantamax Blastoise, but other than that, I have Blastoise done. And then I have both Vulpix, and then Jigglypuff. And then I have ideas for other ones, but I haven't sketched them out or anything yet. But this one's, like, a big favorite of mine. I think she's awesome. I can't wait to get to, like, Jigglypuff, though, because that one is... It's very Oliver Art Core. Which is funny, because it's, like, there's Oliver Core, and then there's, like, Oliver Art Core. And they're very different things. This drawing is very Oliver Core. But the Jigglypuff one is very Oliver Art Core. It's like the definition of my comfort zone. It's like adorable, pink, frilly-ass cutesy shit. Wait, so since Charizard acts as a sword wielder knight, would Y be like an archer since it's a special attacker? No, I didn't consider their stats. I'm gonna be honest, I just thought this would look cool. But, Charizard, Mega Charizard Y is for sure a much more reserved character, which you will see in the preview, hopefully, if I remember to do it. Which I am gonna spoil it right now, I'm sorry to say, Mega Charizard Y is not a hot lady Charizard. The Gigantamax one is, but this one isn't, and I am sorry. Designs are really cool. I adore her swords. Thank you. I think, honestly, like, I wouldn't say I dislike the Mega Charizard Y design, but I feel like out of all of the designs that I've, like, roughed out so far, it's probably my least favorite. But honestly, I feel like that is just because of my own personal preference towards Mega Charizard Y, which is not. But let's be honest, I don't think most people prefer that. Anyone who Mega Evolves Charizard always goes with X, and for good reason, because look at this shit. Damn, no MILF Charizard. We have MILF Charizard, it's just not MILF Mega Charizard Y. I would classify the Charizard I drew as a MILF. This one I don't know if I would call a MILF, but she's definitely an attractive lady. I don't know how I would classify the Gigantamax one, but she is a very pretty lady. Hello? What?
He was meowing outside my door, so I opened the door and I look, and he's sitting outside my door with the string because he wants me to play with it.
Yeah, he's mad at me because I would let him in, but I already told him I'm not gonna keep getting up and opening the door for him because I'm streaming. No, I already shamed him publicly. Sir. Sir. Mister. Anyways. I think I'm going to make her swords a weird in-between of, like, actual fire and not fire. Like, I think I'm gonna make, like, a glowing effect, but I think I'm gonna keep it more towards, like, an actual physical object instead of fire. Which is not real, by the way. Fire is fake. You heard it here first. Bring the sir back, give him what he wants. No, he's a bad boy! He's up my ass while I'm trying to stream. I am not the only human in this household. So I don't know why he insists on being up my ass when I'm busy, when he literally wants nothing to do with me every other time. It's just when I'm streaming. Like, every other time he'll come in here and he'll just, like, lay on my bed and just chill out. But for some reason when I'm streaming, he's like, time to raise hell. Oh, okay, cool. Part of the sketch. Poor little guy. No. He's getting what he deserves. That was a burp of rage, Mo. I hear him at my door. Didn't change the music tone when you said it's time to raise hell. Yes. I love when music has good comedic timing. Time to cause chaos on stream. That's literally Mo's constant state of mind when I'm streaming. It's like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm streaming, time for him to fuck shit up. Because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Because I'm trying to do something, which obviously means I want him to be up my ass. Freedom for Oliver's cat, cat revolution, they'll go now you to death. I don't care how cute he is. He's a pain in my ass, and you guys don't understand that because you don't live with him. This fucking guy. I have one earbud in, so I don't know how well... Like, I don't know exactly how loud he's being, but he is, he's not happy with me right now. Meows in the distance. He's a crybaby, I told you this. He never stops crying. That's for hell safe and get him the heads. If he could sit in here and behave himself, I'd let him in, but he can't. The other day, he was literally yesterday, he was attacking my chair while I was trying to work. It's like, if he could just sit and chill, I'd let him in here. But he can't. I'm sorry, I know you guys love him. The cosmic little baby meow. Do you have any tips on how to draw Pokemon since you are drawing Pokemon with designs? Honestly, I don't. I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of the main thing I could say is like Pokemon, a lot of the time they're based off of animals. So practice drawing animals, I guess, if you want to get better at drawing Pokemon. But honestly, Pokemon are just something I've been drawing for a long time, so a lot of them I kind of a lot of them kind of just come naturally. And all of the ones that I struggle with are ones that I haven't drawn as often, like Charizard. Like, I can whip out a Pikachu like nobody's business, because the amount of Pikachu I've drawn as a kid, like, that little guy is just etched into my brain. Yeah, just use references and practice drawing animals, because, like, even with Pokemon that aren't based on an animal, it's like Charizard is based on a dragon, who's, like, a mythical creature and stuff, but all of those are still based off of real animals, so just just go for it. That's my advice. Gorgeous cat, though. He is a handsome boy, but that does not excuse his behavior. It's a wonderful advice. Thanks. I don't know if it was a wonderful advice, but I appreciate the words anyway. Alright, let's see how quickly I can bust out a Charizard, because we are... we are hearing Mo cry once again. Okay. Oh, I think I need a little bit more shading back here. And then we will jump into the Charizard. All right. His head is like a strange shape. Time to struggle with it again. What's some possibility of Ace Attorney 7? I feel like it's definitely going to come at some point. Especially because now it's like the Apollo Justice trilogy. I don't remember if it has been released on Switch yet, or if it was just announced to be released on Switch. But between that and the Great Ace Attorney games, they have run out of Ace Attorney games to remake, and it's such a, like, well-selling franchise that I feel like they're not just gonna drop it. So it's gonna come at some point, but... I can see why they're a little reluctant, because the last two main series games, people were kind of like, eh. Because from what I remember back when I was a little obsessed with Ace Attorney, people would either like Dual Destinies and hate Spirit of Justice, or they would love Spirit of Justice and hate Dual Destinies. Personally, I like both, but I'm also very easy to please. So... I also feel like it just keeps getting more and more popular as the years go on, honestly, so I feel like it would be a bit of a missed opportunity for them to just, like, stop making Ace Attorney games, you know? Like, I don't really see why they would do that. Okay, in this sketch I definitely made the head a little too... just a bit long. Okay, this one's a little small. Also, this drawing is so beautiful, I'm out of words. Thank you. I appreciate it, because I struggle drawing Charizard a lot. So let's hope he turns out as good as she did. Kind of a weird angle to be drawing his head from, to be honest, so it's hard to tell if these are in proportion, but, you know, I guess it'd be like that sometimes. I think that's a little better. I feel like his eye should also be a little further up, so I'll do that in a second. Let's see. Is that better? I think so. Still probably put the fire on its own layer. So I will wait to add that. No, I think I'm gonna keep him on his own layer. Wrong layer to hide. Just in case I have to move him or adjust him or anything, I can do it without fucking up her. Oh, I forgot to delete him on this other layer. Oops. There we go. Connection for your Charizard. You ex-humans are gonna go for it. I mean, I'm powerless to stop you. And I mean, I don't blame you. Look at her. Let her step on me. I feel like most of us will let her step on us. Let's be honest with ourselves. I would let her stab me. I'd thank her. looking at this now, I think I can just freely transform all of this. I don't have to adjust her anymore. He definitely needs to be smaller. I made him very large. And Charizard, not that big. We've talked about it before, but Charizard's only like 5'7", and I'm pretty sure his Mega is not much bigger. Again, with the weird neck shape. I think this is exactly what I was struggling with last week. Ugh. Mega Charizard is 5'7", yeah. Yeah, pretty sure their heights, most of the time, don't change with Mega Evolution. I know Mewtwo Y gets smaller. Like, he gets, like, shorter because he's a little squish guy. Yeah, so I made him very large in the original. My god, these hiccups. Let her sweep my legs so I'd be shorter. Yeah, same. I'll merge that. Quit shaded on the wrong layer. That really is rough. You are going through it. I am so sorry for your struggles. I have gotten into the habit of locking my sketch. I don't know how much this will help you, but I have gotten into the habit of locking my sketch layers when I'm doing line art, because the amount of times I have accidentally merged my line art onto my sketch layer and didn't notice before it was too late has been one too many times, I've decided, so. That said, it is not locked right now, but it's fine, because my layers are very separated, it's okay. So, tail would go around here. Where would wings be? I'll have to move him over. Both of you. Hell yeah. We are here to help, because fuck, man. We'll scooch him over quite a bit, and then we'll place him when we're done. How does that sound? I hope it sounds good, because that's what we're doing, and you guys are powerless to stop me. Artist struggles, yep. Definitely have our own set of issues. Alright, guys. 10 minutes till 7. You think I can finish this? Maybe. It's not impossible. The possibility's there. I will say, as much as I've hyped up Mega Charizard X's design, I feel like they could have done something better with the wings. I just feel like they're a little awkward. Like, I don't hate them, I don't know, I feel like they could have been a little bit cooler. It's a great design, though. And I'm back with lasagna. Hell yeah, I'm happy for you. I'll just map these wings out before adding too much detail, because she is gonna... believe it or not, the character I've spent drawing this whole stream is gonna be in the drawing, so... we won't spend too much time on these wings just yet, since they'll get covered up. And some definitions here, and then we'll add more details when I figure out if they're going to be shown or not. Next is one of my least favorite megas because it was too edgy, but this is coming from a Mega Slowbro fan. So take my opinion with a grain of salt. I mean, if Mega Slowbro is your favorite, then I can definitely see why Mega Charizard X isn't for you. There's a bit of a different aesthetic preference going on there. I'm an edgy son of a bitch, so any sort of emo shit that they'll throw at me, I just eat up. Like my new Pokemon, my new favorite Pokemon from Scarlet Violet is probably Ceruledge. It's a really tough choice, and it's like a three-way tie, but he's in that three-way tie. And the other two are Grafaiai and Meowscarada, so... definitely gives you a sense of my aesthetic taste. I think I want him rotated a bit. No, I liked him more at this angle, so let's rotate him this way. How's this? I love Clodsire, just friendship. Clodsire's another big one. I have him planned out to be used on my team in Scarlet because I played Violet first. So after I play Violet, my favorites may be subject to change depending on how attached I get to my little guys in there. But there was a lot of great Pokemon this gen. Like, I think Tinkaton is a very funny Pokemon. I really like Tinkaton. I just think it's so funny how it's like, they bully Corviknight just because they want to. Like, they're not, like, a natural predator to them because they have, like, a type advantage and it's, like, easy pickings for them. They just feel like it. just think that's funny. They really are just doing it for the bit, huh? I love Tinkaton. Tinkaton's great. Tinkaton's so funny. Okay. Absolute menaces, and I love them for that. Yeah, like, they don't have to bully Corviknight, they just do. Like, they gain nothing from it. They just do it. And I think that's very funny. Twinkaton. Yeah. Tinkaton is one that I have planned to use in Scarlet, and I'm very excited to whenever I get around to it. Just every time I go to play Scarlet, I'm just like, but Miraidon, but my guys, my little fellas, I miss them. So I haven't gotten around to it yet. Need to get a Gen 9 game. I'm a very broke girl. Gen 9, be prepared for the glitchiness, but genuinely very, very good games. Like, the core of what they are just absolutely incredible. Layer. Ditch one of the best naps ever. God, I wish that were me. I can't take naps during the day. My body just will not let me. The only times my body will let me take naps is if I'm very, very sick. So, good for me, right? I think I'm just gonna merge this, and then I just want to copy this one, make it a little bigger. Honestly, I think I should... Okay. This is gonna be annoying, but I think this is what's best for the drawing. Just do it for the drawing. I think rotating this wing would be helpful. So I guess we'll just do this for now. And then we will get this. The drawing is coming along well, thank you. Do it for the fine, Oliver, you're so right. And then I will... Here we go. Alright, I'll touch this up. What's on this layer? Wing? We'll just make that lower and do it on this layer. And surely it'll be fine. Another banger. Oops. Easily the well, my process is different because I do things that make things extra hard on myself, like when I do Pokemon pieces, each Pokemon they are under separately. Yeah, and then most of the time they end up covered. Felt that. It's taken a lot of learning for me to like avoid that, and I still kind of do it. I don't do it as often, but it does happen. Because any tips on where to start playing Pokemon? If you have a Switch, those are easily the most readily available games. If you're asking about like emulators or something, I do not have any advice. But like Sword and for Switch, there's Sword and Shield. There is Scarlet Violet. There's Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Those are the most like classic Pokemon experiences for the Switch. But there is also Legends Arceus, which is a great game, but it's a very different Pokemon experience. Yeah, I gotta make his tail. Oops. So I think this is the line for his tail. I can delete this now. I'm too broke for it then. Yeah. Pokemon games are about I think standard price, like 60 each. You can probably find some there are a few, like, DS games that you can find for relatively cheap. X and Y I wouldn't really recommend as, like, a starter game. But I think those ones are relatively cheap. Yeah. I think Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire would be like a decent place to start. I don't know how expensive they are. I want to say X and Y are about like $30 each nowadays. I would like to say Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is around there, but I can't be quoted on that. And let's search it up a bit, I guess. Yeah. A lot of the older games tend to be more expensive because a lot of people, like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, considered to be, like, big fan favorite games, but they're very expensive. So I'll definitely look into that a bit. It would help if I did things on the right layer. I think that'd be great. What do you guys think? Oh, is it doing the thing again where it's like... Yeah, sometimes my pen pressure sensitivity. Black and white are awesome. Black and white are awesome. I have no idea how expensive they go for used. Honestly, like, used Pokemon prices aren't something I know a lot about because I still just have a lot of the ones from when I was a kid. Like, the Heart Gold and Soul Silver that I have, the Heart Gold one is one that my mom got for me when I was a kid, and the Soul Silver one is the one that my mom got for my brother as a kid that he gave to me because he doesn't play Pokemon anymore. pirate the old ones. It's not morally corrupting Nintendo or Game Freak are making off of them, even if they weren't rich, but also legally speaking didn't. It is an illegal thing, and I will not condone illegal things. That said, if you ever choose to use like an emulator or pirate a game, I'm powerless to stop you. Okay, we are almost done here, folks. You're not telling us to not try. That's a lot of negatives in a sentence, but I agree. Speaking of Pokemon, currently trying to finish my Sword Pokedex. Hell yeah. I am currently... What I am doing currently, since I don't have money for the DLC right now, I am currently... I decided I wanted to get all of the shiny Eevees. Because I have a foreign Eevee, so I'm Masuda method hunting with a shiny charm. And I'm currently trying to get all of the Eevees. That's my current Pokemon experience. And so far I have 3 shiny Eevees. I'm waiting to evolve them until I get all of them. Because I don't plan on getting super crazy with like natures and everything. But I want to give each of them the best nature I can with whatever shinies I end up getting. Like, I'm not planning on, like, changing natures and everything, but... if I have the option to give it a better nature amongst the ones that I find, I'm gonna do that. So I'm waiting until I get all of them, but I currently have 3 so far, and I am currently over odds for getting my 4th one. The longest one that I have had... The longest one so far has taken me 959 eggs. So that's fun. Shiny hunting odds for Masuda method with shiny charm is 512. So I haven't gone double odds yet. But for the one I'm on currently, I want to say I'm at like 600 or 700 eggs. I'm not like counting as I go along, but I am keeping everything that I hatch, so then that way I can count either when I'm done or whenever I just get curious on what number I'm at. Shiny hunting and Scarlet Violet, so much fun. Slightly painful sometimes, but fun. Yeah, I decided I haven't... When it comes to like overworld hunting, it's pretty nice because like the encounters go by really fast since you can see a lot of them at once. But in terms of like Masuda method hunting, I was pretty reluctant to do it there because I don't... Since like the way you get eggs is so different in that game, I don't know if it would be like faster. Because in Sword and Shield, I just like... the Eevee and the Ditto I have pretty good compatibility, and so I get eggs faster than I can hatch them. So I'll fill up 2 PC boxes, hatch them, and then I'll just like get more when I'm down to 1 PC box, if that makes any sense. But like I can get the eggs really easy in I could get the eggs super easy in like as I'm hatching in Sword and Shield. And I get that like the breeding is supposed to be better for like competitive or something in Scarlet and Violet, but in terms of like shiny hunting, I feel like the breeding is very unintuitive. Like, generally speaking, I don't have a problem with it. Like, if you're filling out your Pokedex or if you're doing competitive, like, eggs hatch very fast, and you get eggs very fast. But when you're shiny hunting, it's a bit of a different story. Accidentally pirated one of the first games as a kid. Nice! Accidentally commits a crime. I had a small batch of random eggs while later decided to hatch them in one egg with shiny Wooper. I wasn't trying, so I was shocked. Yeah. Accidental shinies are always a joy. Most of my Scarlet Violet shinies. Actually, scratch that. All of my Scarlet Violet shinies are accidental. What was I gonna say? Something, probably. I feel like I was definitely gonna say something, and I feel like that cannot be denied. I don't know, some Pokemon shit, probably. Said that the old Game Boy Giant game cartridges have dead batteries. Yeah. You can replace them. It's just a little bit harder, I believe. If I remember right, because there is a way for you to, like, replace, like, the small Game Boy ones, and if I remember right, there is a way to replace the big batteries, like, for the, like, the original games and stuff. But also, from my understanding, the save data is tied to the battery, which sucks. Like, I did replace the battery on one of my Gen 3 cartridges, and it was relatively easy. But for those ones, it's just timed events. Our top 6 favorite Pokemon who... I have a list somewhere. My favorite is Zorua. That's my boy. I have a Hisuian one right here. He usually sits on my desk, but I have to move him to move my monitor for when I'm streaming. And I really, really want to collect a bunch of, like, Unova Zorua plushes. I love Glaceon. I love Frostlass. Baby. Hold on, let's see if I can find my list. I did one of those, like, it's like the find your favorite Pokemon thing, where it gives you, like, a rundown of your favorite Pokemon. Like, it gives you all the Pokemon and you pick them from a list. And then you, do that. Let's see. According to this, my top 3 favorite Pokemon are Zorua, Glaceon, Frostlass, Giratina, Empoleon, and Zoroark. But if you're not counting Zoroark because it's a part of the same evolution line, then Dracozolt. I would like to redo that now because that was, like, shortly after Sword and Shield. So I feel like I was a little bit more biased towards Galar Pokemon. And also now there's Scarlet Violet, so I would love to do it again, but Abby, please. Zoroark is underrated. I wouldn't say it's underrated. It's like one of the most popular Gen 4 Pokemon, but I love that guy. Anyway, Abby has returned. She do be here. Laying on my arm again that I need, Abby. I need it. I'm sorry. Our glowing cat is back. Yeah, here to throw off the white balance again. How you doing, Abby? Human Charizard looks incredibly hot. Oh, wait, I forgot to... Hold on. There we go. I believe we're good. Whoa, this looks crazy! Alright, hold on, let me change this to black. There we go. What happened? You froze. Did I freeze? I just filled in some flat colors. That's all I did. Alright. Slap these on with the good old lasso fill tool. Abby's shoving her face into the crook of my arm. Such a baby, Abby. And this goes here, here. Tiny bit showing there. Hi. Hi. Did you just fart on me? You little shit. I don't think this color is anywhere else, actually. I need my arm, I'm sorry! This girl. This girl. And by this girl, I mean you. Hi, kitty. Yep, she's here. Sure is here. Another great Elite Four theme. You know, every time I move my head, it's not because I want to touch my chin to your face. I know that's a crazy thing to say, Abby. Being a comic artist is exhausted, but then you can't stop. I can confirm. Alright, I don't know. I normally try to finish these as much as possible. I think I'm going to save adding highlights for off-stream because, fun fact about your boy, I'm hungry. So I'm gonna add, here's my plan. We're gonna add flat colors. I'll adjust like the line art stuff to make like the shading how I do with all these drawings. And then after that, I'll call it a stream. I will add the highlights and stuff off stream. And then I will share it as early access on Patreon as I tend to do with these. How does that sound? I hope it sounds good because that is what we are doing. It's hard to tell where things are when you're using black. Sounds good. Glad to hear it. Because even if you didn't like that idea, we'd be doing it regardless. What do you think, Abby? Did that sound good to you? Don't forget to share that tidbit thing. Oh yeah, the preview of Mega Charizard. Why? I remember things. I'm so good at remembering things. I've never forgotten a thing in my life. Just found out I unlearned how to draw side profiles. I love it when that happens. When you just unlearn how to draw something, it's the coolest. Oh, I forgot. How did I forget the transparent pixels? I'm a silly guy. For how to draw clothes and drawing my comic page. Yeah, there are times, like, here's the issue I've had when drawing comics, right? So, okay, my water bottle just made a sound, that's fine. Like, the main thing that you draw with your comic, arguably, is the comic characters. But, like, I'll deadass just forget how to draw them sometime. I'm just like, you bitches are on every page. How do I forget how to draw you? Stephanie Charmami. I mean, look at her. Give her time, she probably will. Abby, please, your claws. Jesus. Okay. Here's this part, and this part, and then this part, and this part. And I think that's all for these colors. Maybe, hopefully. Oh, wait. Big flame. I'm silly. Silly guy. That line art's a little rough up there, but hopefully I can hide that with line art and glowy cool fire effects. Am I right, guys? Don't fix your mistakes, just hide them. She looks so cool, thank you. What is this? Ow, Abby, your claw! Okay. You can't sit on my lap if you're gonna claw me. Cat owners, can you relate? Literally neither of our cats have good claw control. It's awful. Yes, glad to hear it. Cat timeout. Yeah. That's what happens when you use your claws on me. You get a cat timeout. I'm getting to that point of streaming where every chair position is uncomfortable because I sit in very strange ways, but I don't want to do them on stream. Like, I will deadass sit with, like, my leg on my desk while I stream. I mean, not while I stream, while I draw. And, like, that's how I keep from getting uncomfortable throughout the day. But, I want to put my leg up on my desk while I'm streaming. They know the word ouchie, but they still claw me. Yeah. I don't know if they know the word ouchie. If they do, they definitely don't care. Zola's really cute, though. She knows the word excuse me, which I think is the most adorable thing she does. So if she's in the way, you're just like, excuse me, Zola, she'll get up and move, because she knows that you need something, like, where she is, or, like, you need to move or something. Like, the main thing I do it's when I need to roll my desk chair around, I'm like, excuse me, Zola, and then she immediately, like, shoots up, because she knows she gotta move. She's looking at me like, whoa, what are you gonna do? Gotta get that peak sitting position, exactly. Finish one drawing, now on to the next. Hell yeah, life of an artist. I know, I think that's all of these light colors for real this time. There's not too many places where white is. So I'll do that next. Next kind of page in the making. Hell yeah! I'm so excited to work on chapter 2 of my comic, which is so crazy, because, like, here's what it's... comic artists in chat, let me know if you relate to this, because, like, I haven't even released chapter 1 yet, and I'm already, like, I can't wait for people to see the finale. Like, let's start with chapter 1 first. But just, like, I have the entire story figured out, right? Everything that's going to happen in the comic has been planned. So, like, I know how it ends, and I'm very excited for people to see that, but it's like, how about we start by posting the first chapter, though? We'll start there, Oliver. I just really love my silly little comic. Yep, can confirm. Glad to know I'm not the only one. And, like, there are certain scenes that I'm very excited for. But I can't get to them because those are, like, chapter 20, chapter 30, chapter 40, chapter 45, and I'm like, we need to do one first. I believe that's all the white bits. There's a few darker blacks. Let's fill these in. The vibe of the story I want to write starts when the characters are teens and ends when they're like 3, and my brain doesn't want to think like that. It's so weird to have like a disconnect of stories that you enjoy writing versus stories you can like watch. Like, I remember when I first decided to, like, scrap Andy's story and revamp that, a lot of people were disappointed, but theirs was originally much more, like, slice of life-y. And there are a lot of slice of life stuff that I can enjoy to, like, watch and read and stuff, but when it comes to writing it, for some reason, I only really enjoy writing, like, fantasy, action, adventure stuff. So, like, literally all of my stories are, like, fantasy, action, adventure stuff. Hi, Oliver, super late. Well, don't worry about it. We are almost finished with stream. I'm not finishing this on stream because I'm getting hungry, but here's where we are at the moment. I made a hot girl because that's my comfort zone. My 2 comfort zones are, like, cute, adorable, pink, frilly, ooh, bullshit, and then, like, porn. So, is this comic about Andy's universe characters? It is not. It is about, Delaney and that whole group. So, like, Delaney, Lo, Alice, Noe, and Lux, those are the 5 main characters. Honestly, Andy's story I am very afraid to touch just because I love them. And as a character, they mean so much to me. so I'm scared I'm gonna fuck it up, which is why I am not starting with that. And fun fact about this story, this is actually the entire reason any of these characters exist. Actually, scratch that. The reason Alice and Lux exist, the other three already existed. The reason they exist is because I wanted to, like, make comics for a long time, and Andy's group means a lot to me. And as much as I wanted to share their story, even though it's changed now, I didn't want to start with that because, like, I had never made a comic before. And so I was really scared to, because I was like, well, what if I hate it? And then I'll never be able to associate these characters with fun time and pure happy goodness. I'll associate them with a comic I hate. So the entire reason this one exists is so then that it's basically just like a trial run for me making comics. Like, the entire purpose of this comic is just so I can learn how to make a comic, so if it's shitty, that's fine. Oh my god, so many hearts, thank you. Okay. One more color I gotta get from here, and then I think I can close this. Yeah, I can close that. I'll add this eye color real quick since I'm right here. Go up to her. Add her eyeball. My pen quit working, I am so sorry. I don't know if you mean pen or digital art pen, but either way, it's very tragic. Just tired. Yeah, pens get tired too, guys. Gotta make sure they get the appropriate amount of rest. It's like, fuck you, I'm done. Just artist things. Oh, that's not good. It's like, let's fill this entire thing in. I woke up at 2 in the afternoon. I'm already considering taking a nap. Don't! Fun fact that I blew my friend's mind with. Oversleeping. Oh, I need Mega Charizard open still. Wait. Okay, cool. Oversleeping can make you just as tired as not getting enough sleep. So it is very important to get the right amount of sleep, because even if you are sleeping more than the recommended amount, you will still be tired and groggy and feel gross. So, just sometimes you gotta push through it and it sucks, but you know what? It'd be like that sometimes. I went to bed at 7 in the morning, though. Cool. Just putting that out there. My sleep schedule's all types of whack. Like, I get, like, what's considered the right amount of sleep, but it's like I live in a different time zone, basically, is what it's like. Like, I sleep much later and stay up much later than my mom and my sister. Okay, how do I hide this mistake? Good enough. then this needs to be filled in, believe. All of this, actually. Okay. If you don't get enough sleep, you take on sleep debt. Won't feel floated or restart until you sleep it off. That is kind of true, actually. In a weird way, there's some truth to that. Alright, we will add fire! Use the darker one. Oh, this is going to be annoying to add because it's like behind her. Well, we'll start by just blocking things in, I guess. I hope you like my method of fire. It's just doing shit until something looks good. I drew like 3 comic pages today. Hell yes! I wish I could get that much done in a day. But again, I'm a very slow drawer. On a good day, I'll get 1 page done. Moving off 5 cups of coffee and a slice of pizza. Sounds like the artist's life to me. Dude, I just turned 18 today. Dude, congrats on no longer being eligible to be banned from my channel for your age. Kidding, I don't ban people, but I have considered it. You know, it's funny, I could use this fire to, like, help shape the lines that I fucked up. Okay. Lock those pixels. We'll play with this line art real quick, and then we will call it a stream. I'll eat some food and finish this off camera. What do you think if I turn my guardian? What if I turn my guardian angel? What do you think if I turn my guardian angel evil in my next future story? That sounds like a fun idea. I can read things. Did you guys know that? Did you know that I can read? It's pretty crazy that on the fact that I can read, because I can do that. Isn't it awesome that I can read, guys? Okay, luckily a lot of these stuff is just gonna have black line art, so that makes my life easy. Because I don't know what I should eat for dinner. And it might take me a minute to figure that out. So I didn't realize I had a hand cramp until now. RIP your hand. would help if I use the right color. I think that'd be good for me. What do you guys think? Little cousin called me old and I died of it, yeah. I'm by no means old, but I am getting to the age where kids make me feel old. Like, even my sister, she's not like a small kid, but she's a teenager. She makes me feel old all the fucking time. Why do I not... I don't know why I'm suddenly forgetting to lock the transparent pixels all the time. I'll just fix everything, it's fine. I have many ideas all the time. Like Deb being a hot chick in a lacy dress and feel having the same person just escaped her both be simping. Yeah, when you simp for death. Teen and my niece and nephew started watching the shows I grew up with and went, damn, that was over a decade ago. I'm fucking old. Yeah. Yeah. It's starting to be like that. And I can't say I care for it much. Like, the one example that I use, I know I've talked about it on stream before, but for people first tuning in, or, like, newer viewers or whatever, a while ago, I don't remember if anything ever came of it. I honestly was never into, like, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, but back when it was announced that it was getting, like, a Netflix show or something, I told my sister about it, and I was like, hey, did you hear Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? It's getting, a Netflix show, and she went, what's that? And I was like, oh, you'd know it if you saw it, and then I showed it to her, and she was like, I've never seen this before in my life. And I felt like I died a bit, because I remember when that was, like, the biggest thing on the internet for a minute. I was like, God damn it. We're streaming on Tuesday by this time because I got lucky to see your day because of being on holiday here. Yeah, so far my streaming schedule is every Tuesday. Planned to be 4 to 6. I mean 4 to 7, but I don't think I've ever stopped at 7. Like, literally every single stream I've gone over. Do you like my rendition of Cynthia's theme? I'm very talented, I know. I remember Cartoon Network had ads for Spring Break 2012. I do remember that. Or like, how Nickelodeon had like the... Like, for 60 minutes a day, there would be no shows. Because it was supposed to encourage kids to, like, go outside and play. That was another thing similar to that. Kids these days will never know that. I didn't have a lot of internet, so I'm really far behind in my memes. Honestly, time it right, make it ironic, and it's pretty funny. Waiting for your version of Markiplier Smash or Pass Pokemon. Here's the thing. I have actually considered that. I feel like at this point, the moment is past. But that's not to say I won't ever do it. I feel like it could be funny. But I don't know, we'll see if I ever get to it. Yeah, definitely the best way to put these is to just splotch them down and fix it later. Except what happened here. Carelessness, that's what happened there. I had way too much internet access as a kid now, and so I'm shocked to see a 7-year-old on TikTok giving up personal willful because they don't know better. Yes. Absolutely. Like, I feel like people my age grew up in a bit of a weird part of the internet where it's like... I feel like, I don't want to say early internet was, like, completely harmless, but I would say early internet is, like, when the internet first started being a thing, there were less dangers than there are now. And I feel like people my age grew up in a time where it's like there were more dangers than when it started, but people didn't really know how to go about, like, handling said dangers. So there are a lot of lessons, learned the hard way about some stuff. And, like, teaching kids, like, about internet safety and stuff. I feel like there was a lot of not really knowing what to do about that, and I think things are starting to get a little better. Not exactly great. When we really need specific stuff like Raven and see from the side and can't find references. It's awful. That's the life of an artist right there. I never gave out personal info as a kid because I was anxious. Luckily, my anxiety saved me. Kind of same, yeah. My, like, too much internet access as a kid wasn't necessarily with, like, talking to strangers because I've always had, like, social anxiety. So I would never talk to people. It was more about, like, in a sense, being ruined a bit too early type of thing. And knowing about things that I shouldn't really have known about as a kid, you know? Internet's a world apart nowadays. It really is. It's so crazy how, like, the internet can be such a different thing. Like, even, like, years apart. Because, like, if it's from, like, the inception of the internet to, like, 2010, like, yeah, that makes sense, because that's a while from when the internet was first invented. But, like, I feel like now, every single year, the internet feels more and more like a different thing. Because technology evolves ridiculously fast. My parents were not happy with my search history. Yeah. Not all the white bits. Yes, but I forgot to color these parts. I'm so good at stuff. I think it was this color, actually. Yeah, it was definitely this one. think now I just need the darker blue and then the skin tone, and then we will call it a stream because I am hungry. What did you think of Scarlet and Violet? I really liked them. I think it's very sad that they weren't given enough time to, like, finish them and polish them. Because, like, since there's... I've seen people, like, since the games are so buggy, like, get refunds for them. And, like, genuinely the core of them are very, 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 very good games. I just wish that they could finish them. Because I think more people would be able to, like, appreciate them for what they were. And, like, I get it, because Pokemon can afford to make a game that works, so people shouldn't have to, like, look past them. But as someone who can look past the glitches, like, seeing what a good game it is and seeing some people dismiss it is sad. How do I still remember my Pop Tropica username and password? It must have meant a lot to you. The only explanation on that Pop Tropica grind. Yo, Pop Tropica was the best. I never got into Pop Tropica. I feel like there's a lot of stuff like that that I missed out on. I never really got into it. Like, Club Penguin was another one that I never got into. The closest I ever got to being into something like that was Webkins. But even that was short-lived, honestly. Have you played the DLC yet? I haven't. I haven't had money. I'm an adult and I had to pay bills first. I'm still waiting on my YouTube paycheck of the month, so once I get that, I am gonna buy it and pull the fuck out of it. I'm very excited to play the DLC. Not only for, like, the actual DLC part itself, but also because, I wanted to get a living national dex in Pokemon Home. And there's a few Pokemon that I didn't have in my old, like, evolutions and stuff that I didn't have in my old save file. But also aren't compatible with, like, Sword and Shield or the base game of Scarlet Violet. But they are in the DLC, like, Levani is one. I needed a Levani because I only had Swadloon and the other one. Swaddle, I think. But now they're compatible with the DLC, so now I can get them and be a little closer to completing my living national dex because I'm insane. I think that's all. Oh, no, this tiny bit here. And that will be all of her skin tone. What happened here? What about Animal Jam? Love that game. I've never heard of it. Okay, we will slap on some line art for these dark blues. I'll show you the preview of Mega Charizard Y. We will call it a stream. It's been fun. So if anybody has any last words they want to get out there. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. Last words. Very, very good last words. Friendly. That's another great last word. What else you guys got for me? I was meant to sleep 3 hours ago, but I couldn't stop animating. It'd be like that. Pots, so I'm sure you meant potato. But either way, I agree. Oh, bye. Thank you for the super chat. Hello. Thank you, Gardo5. I appreciate it. Got it in right at the end there. Yeah, hopefully I'll be more prepared for the next stream because, fun fact, out of all of these streams, this is probably the one I was least prepared for because, like I mentioned at the beginning, I always do these, like, I'll do, like, the final sketch, like, before stream starts, and then I'll just do the line art shading thing, like, during stream, just to, like, save time. But, this one I didn't, because while normally I do them, like, I'll either do it after these streams immediately, or, like, the day after, but this one I didn't feel like doing it. So, I didn't. And then the days kept going by, and I kept, like, putting it off, / forgetting about it, / forgetting about it because I kept putting it off. And then, guess what? It was Tuesday, and it wasn't ready. So we just rolled with it, which is probably why I've been getting better with not going over, but I went way over time, probably because I was least prepared for this one. So hopefully I'll actually force myself to sketch out Mega Y before stream. Oh, everyone's just saying gay. Is that the last words you wanted to get in before stream ends? I mean, it's a very important thing to say, if I do say so myself. So I'm glad we're all on the same page here. Very important stuff going on in chat, I see. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, just a tiny bit back here, I believe. Oh, safe and recovery information. Remember when I said you should look into that? See how handy it comes in? Okay. Damn, this guitar is going hard. Yeah, I believe with this is it. So, I will get that preview ready. Oh, I forgot this tiny bit, because of course I did. And this tiny bit, because of course I did. I feel like every time I'm like, okay, I'm done, I noticed a spot I missed. Because I am good at what I do. Alright. And this part. Anyways. Mega Charizard Y, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Here's what we got for him. Boom! There he is. There's the rough mock-up. That's really quiet. Are you guys good? Well, we're about to end, so I'm about to get a lot of buys probably. But here's what we will be working on next week. I'm going to try and actually do the sketch instead of putting it off this time. So then it won't go an hour over. But yeah, there he is. There he is. And here's we are ending her. I will finish this up after I eat food, and then I will post it for early access on Patreon. We got 2 more Charizards, guys. And after that, we will be good. So thank you for watching. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you will continue to have a great day. And yeah, thank you for watching.